Hello, Sagittarius. How are you doing, my friends? Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So Sag, I don't know what kind of reading you're going to get. It's all up in the air this week because we're going through all of these. These are all the different types of readings that I have. What the hell is your deal, man? Celtic cross spread, week of the fairies, release and receive. What is the energetic course right now? High Priestess reading, your current and future archetypal energies, a general reading, working towards success, finance and career spread, spiritual guidance spread, light work and star seeds, call to action. Sorry, I have another new device in my mouth, so I am slurring a little bit. I'm not having a stroke. Just send me an email. How are we going to decide? I'm going to shuffle them out right here, semi-live, pre-recorded, on camera to find out what kind of reading you're going to get. We're going to use 2 Murder of Crows deck. We're using the original Murder of Crows deck. And then I'm using the limited edition Murder of Crows deck. It comes numbered, all that stuff. I've showed it quite a few times already, but if you're only watching your sun sign or this sign, there you go. That's news for you. The decks are very similar. Well, they're exactly the same, except the limited edition is a little bit bigger and there's red in it and there's 2 additional cards. Bing, bang, boom. There you go. There you go. So Sag. Oh, there is an extended. So if this reading resonates for you and you're drawn to the extended, the link is at the top of the description within this video, regardless of whatever you get here. Are you ready? Let's shuffle it. Let's shuffle it. What is Sagittarius going to get? What kind of a reading is Sagittarius going to get? I don't know about that. I heard it's going to come out on its own, but I don't know because these don't really shuffle like that. Let's see what happens. It's really hot here. At least it feels hot to me. I think it's like 25 degrees. Oh, it did come out. Your current and future archetypal energy. So you're getting this one. Ooh, wow. I got to get some, yeah. Okay, we have tarot. We need the archetype deck. We need the Wild Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little hot and sweaty right now, so sorry if I look a little grotesque. I had a shower this morning, but it's so hot. So I'm going to chat with you while I shuffle these cards, because that's the thing. I don't know, like, what to pre-shuffle, because this is so up in the air. It's so random. Yeah, it's hot out there. It feels hot. At least to this Canadian girl that spent 6 months of the year in the snow. 25 out there. I must be 40 with the humidity. And my phone said there was no humidity. It can't be. It feels really hot. It feels super, super hot. Just took Lily for a walk. Came back. She had a big drink of water. Put the garbage out. Watered the flowers, my potted flowers. And it's just like, it got so sweaty doing that. I have a little fan on in here. There's a ceiling fan in this room, which is kind of nice because it is like the 3rd floor, right? You know how that hot air rises and all that. So the room does actually stay fairly cool. This is our little chit chat as we get ready to find out what your current and future archetypal energies are. This is kind of a reading all about you, Sag. So there, nobody else, just you. Okay, what is the current archetypal energy? Wow, you really want to talk. The current archetypal energy of Sagittarius right now at this time. What is the current archetypal energy of Sagittarius? Current and future. Okay, we're going to pull out current and future. I saw alchemist, but it went back in. Alchemizing something, you're transforming something, you're getting ready for a shift. Maybe some of you literally like a shift change or you're doing a shift at work. Okay, right now, Sagittarius, you are the student. Humility and devotion to knowledge. Openness to lifelong learning. Wow, I feel like a shift. Like this is kind of the feeling of that. You're getting ready to explore something new here. Okay, the future. Well, I guess that's kind of what you're doing right now. Avenger. Desire to balance the scales of justice. Righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Wow, look at you. That's pretty haughty. Like, ooh. It's almost like you're taking the time right now to learn things in a very devoted and open way here. It's beautiful energy because it does say humility. So being open to discovering things that you didn't know before, and also being open to realizing, well, maybe, I kind of always thought it was that way, but wow, now I see that it could actually be this way, or or there's a whole new way to look at something. So it's, you know, not being prejudiced based on just your own experience in life. It's being really open to the possibilities and to learning beyond yourself or who you are right now. And then I love this in the future because you have the Avenger. So it's almost like taking this information that you're learning and I'm going to do something really good and really write about it in the future. What's at the bottom with your archetype? You have Scribe. Preserving knowledge and information. I almost feel like, because I see with this, like as a student, you're holding these books and you're really rooted. I'm going to just say you're really rooted in the study of something, whether that's just yourself, it's an exploration in self-knowledge or something beyond you, like you're really rooted in that. And then it's almost like writing it out, or perhaps it's inspiring you to put something into writing. And maybe that's what part of this Avenger is. Maybe you're going to write to a politician. Maybe you're going to write to a counselor. Maybe you're going to write to, that's weird. Maybe you're going to write to a parent, like maybe another parent or something. All right. Wild unknown animal is going to say, what is influencing? Like, what is sort of the energy that's influencing this archetypal energy that you sit in right now and in the future? The wolf. Oh, that's funny. That was trying to come out when I was pre-shuffling. The wolf, there's a real sense of leadership here. Very grounded leadership. It almost feels a little bit, because we're showing the alchemical symbol of earth here. It's got like that, but we have fire. And this wolf reminds me of like the emperor. It's almost like combining the emperor and the Hierophant energy. So it's really, really powerful. It moves things, but you're very grounded with it. Like you're not explosive. You take the time to study it and understand it, and then see how you can almost make it better with Avenger. So let's see, what is influence? So some sort of leadership element in you is causing this to happen, which is having like a really sort of expansive and broader perspective. And that makes sense, because I mean, that's sort of what, well, there's a lot of leaders in our world that don't really have that perspective, but that would be really good qualities for a leader, is being able to look beyond what you just understand, like to always grow and move. Why did my hair look? Have you guys seen Mayor John Tory's hair? The mayor of Toronto. It's just crazy. He hasn't had it cut in about a year. This is funny. So in the future, wow, you have the bear. This is really solid. Like you're taking what you have now. So what's inspiring you? What's influencing you? These shifts. I mean, we're always going through little shifts in life. The shifts that you're going through right now is the leadership that you have, and then you're making that even stronger and more solid and more supportive. Feels very, very supportive. With the bear, you're also being guided in the future somehow to do this. Like if there's little synchronicities that are popping up and it's your spirit guide sort of saying, you know what, you need to do this, or your intuition is saying, I really need to do this. This is what I got to do. Because the bear reminds me of spirit guide, like ancestral energy coming through to kind of guide you and say, this is the time. This is the time for you to do this. You got it lined up. And you've gone deep here with the whale. You've done something deep here. These cards are the influence. So with the whale, this is deep feelings, going perhaps into dark water, looking into dark edges of yourself and coming up to the surface to breathe through all of that now. So let's go to the first, because what we're going to do now in the present, like the current archetype energy, I'm going to ask, what have you been working on? What have you been healing? And what is starting to blossom? And then in the future, we're going to ask, what will you finish working on? What will be healed? Sorry, my crystal was blocking my card here. What will be healed and what will be ready to harvest? Sometimes these can be different things. Like you could be working on something right now, but something in the future is going to come to fruition, is going to be ready to harvest that you started working on a long time ago. What has Sagittarius been working on? What have they been healing? What is starting to blossom for them? In the future, what will they finish working on? What will be healed? And what will be ready for them to harvest? Interesting split. Interesting. What have you been working on? Justice. Dang you. wow, like whatever you're working on right now is coming out into the future, because the Avenger is like, as it says, desire to balance the scales of justice. Look at you. Well, however, whatever you're doing, like it's happening. So keep doing it. What have you been healing? The Nine of Pentacles. So healing something about yourself in terms of being independent, healing a sense of, I'm hearing like fulfillment, but knowing that you can rely on yourself is sort of what I'm getting with that. Like what you have been healing is realization in your own resilience, reliance. What is starting to blossom for you? The Seven of Pentacles. Whatever you've been doing in the past, a road is being paved forward for you, and you're starting to see the road. You're starting to notice little things in the road that need to be looked after. Maybe there's little tiny potholes, but they're easy enough for you to fix to keep yourself going forward here. Okay, in the future, what will you finish working on? It's the Hermit. So no more Hermit. Look at you. Yay! Sagittarius. Because you know he's been coming around a lot for like everybody. So no more self-reflection, or at least for a period of time. We're always going to self-reflect. We sort of should, to always be growing and developing human beings. So what will be healed? The Four of Pentacles. A sense of instability. Because I feel like if you're correcting, like if this is healed, the stability is healed, like you're go. So this is about trying to find your groundedness, trying to be stable, trying to feel like you've created a sense of abundance around you that allows you to move forward. And that abundance, that desire to create that sense of abundance, groundedness, and stability. My tongue got stuck on the wire. Stability is something from your past made you feel really depleted, a lack. Maybe you had a lack of income. Something like that could have triggered this to happen for you. What will be ready for you to harvest? The Knight of Wands, baby. You get out there and you do it. This is exactly your card. This is Sagittarius energy, the Knight of Wands. Going out, exploring, and going after what you want to do. Don't you like it when the crows talk like this to you? Yes. Oh, I got sweat. What are my cards? I'm only really looking at the first two because the way I'm shuffling this, nothing's going in reverse with this deck. It's staying so neat and tidy. The crows are apparently very particular and OCD. Who would have thought that crows would be kind of OCD? We need this deck to be tidy, Cindy. So, the bottom, you have the Three of Cups and Temperance. There is your energy right there. Coming in, like almost like, wow, coming back into some sort of a group and celebrating. Adding what you have to that, but I feel like this is a big cup, a really big cup to be added to some sort of a group or some sort of a get-together with people where there's celebration. I like that what you'll finish working on is the Hermit, and this is what's sitting underneath, like coming out again and saying, hi, everybody, I'm here. I feel like I'm talking super, super fast. Maybe it's just me trying to prove to myself on a subconscious level, but now I've become conscious about it that I can talk really well with this thing in my mouth. I can do this. Nothing's going to stop me from talking. Yeah. I had a few teachers in school that would have definitely said that. I think I had on all my report cards. City never stops talking. But look! Now I can make money talking. All right, I'm going to clarify now. I'm feeling very sassy too, if you haven't noticed that. But maybe I'm picking up your energy here. I feel it like coming into the future, especially you coming out of Hermit. I got my stability. I'm ready to rock this town, baby. Oh, maybe that's the song why? I was hearing this Elton John song in my head when I sat down at the table, but I didn't immediately attribute it to you, but maybe. That it's an older song. It's Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. That's what I feel like over here. I don't think you're there yet. I don't want to say you're in fights, but it's just that feeling of like feeling alive. Like the whole storyline is the girls getting all dressed up to see which guys are going to fight over them at the bar. And then the guys are having their beers and seeing which girl they want to fight. Like it's just very primal. It's very primal energy in that song. And I see that way over here for you in the future. All right, the student and the wolf. Interesting. It's like a story. It's like a fairy tale. The student and the wolf. But that's what you have here. Oh. Maybe. I said that for a reason. Maybe there's something around you that's kind of suppressive or domineering, or it hovers over you in some way. It could be a situation or an actual person. It could be just a sense of the past kind of sitting over your back. Yeah, the student, it's almost like that kind of energy of Little Red Riding Hood. Like outwitting that. Outwitting something that might be controlling you, might be actually what's, that's really cool how that came out. Influencing this study, this learning. The wolf. Looking around the tree, right? Huh. What's in the tree? Like books? I don't know that those are books. It's weird, but there's books all on the ground. Yeah, really, it's all because you are this tree, and there's books in this tree. So it's an awful lot of self-learning. That's what I would call that, like a lot of self. Learning of self. You know, I want to say, Sagittarius, out of all the signs, just like in my recollection of readings for you, and in past like maybe 6 to 8 months, I would say that that would really reflect what I feel like is the journey as a reader with you I've been on. Like a lot of self-reflection and self-development. You've had probably like, particularly in the extendeds, some of the hardest extendeds. Not recently, but in the past, there was a period of time like really looking at oneself and seeing sort of the hard edges, and either like just accepting that finally, or saying, you know what, I think there's something I want to do about this aspect of myself, because I don't want to keep repeating this mistake, or I don't want to keep being, I want to watch how I say that. I don't want to keep being perceived in this manner, so what I mean by that is not that, you know, you're thinking, oh, well, how do people perceive me? That's really important. It's more like, I don't think people are perceiving me as to who I really am. So how am I projecting that? It's almost like this deep with that hermit. Like, what am I really showing here? Maybe I'm not showing these really wonderful parts of myself so people aren't seeing it. I should start doing it. Like, it's just been really deep exploration with you. And it's interesting that you have all these books and you're the tree. So that's it. But I feel like there is something almost domineering, or if it's an energy that has spurred this in you. Okay, so let's keep shuffling. And now I can't get out now of my head. The student and the wolf. All right, you know what, these cards are really, they're really organized. They're ready to pull out for everything here. All in a row. All right, you can do it. The cards say they can do it. These crows, they got their act together, man. Let me tell you. All right. Yep. Look at that. We can do it. The 8 of Wands. Look at you. You are moving in communication. You are moving in, you're just moving. God, this is Sagittarius energy too. I think this is Sagittarius and Mars. It's like just flying. But look they're not moving yet. Isn't that interesting to note that in this 8 of Wands? They're not quite ready to go. But all your ducks are in a row is what that feels like. Like all your ducks are in a row and ready to go. I'm counting it. Duh, of course it would be 8. How many flew over us? When Lily and I went for a walk this morning, a flock of geese flew over our head. I can't remember if it was 7 or 8. And literally, like, they were just barely above the rooftop. So they were maybe 30, 35 feet in the air, which isn't very high for such a big bird. And they were honking, and even Lily looked up like, what is that? And that kind of feels like almost that energy, like you're getting ready to fly here. The Avenger, the 3 of Wands, right? Your desire to balance the scales of justice. So you're working on that right now. I mean, that's right here, because what have you been working on? It's Justice card. So it's like in the future, you are aware that the seeds that you have already planted are bringing something in for you. But it's justice. It's okay. So righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. This feels a little bit of oneself, but it doesn't feel selfish, because it is a righteousness, and justice is here, which is telling us that the like karmic and cosmic energy, you are working with it. You're not putting anything out of balance yet, at least that I can see in the cards. So we're going to get one for each one of these. Wow. Oh, we got the Three of Cups again, and it's with the Hermit. I love that. What's going on with this Knight of Wands? The Ten of Wands. Oh, you're getting ready. Wow, you're about to change position here. Isn't that cool? And the Knight of Swords is at the bottom. Whoa, baby, your energy is ready to bust out of the gates real soon here, Sag. Okay, we already talked about the Eight of Wands. I did talk about the Three of Wands too for in the future. So this it's literally like whatever you're doing now, you know, you're going to know in the future, like this is coming in. Good things are coming. Like I've done something. There's reciprocity from at least the universe coming towards you. Boy, look at this. So what have you been working on? You have Justice and the King of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be something involving, it could have something to do, it could be linking to this, because this is Earth energy, and this is a pretty strong leader, as is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles holds a fair bit of, let's say, a power in the community. She may even haven't been dealing with someone who's had power in the community, and that energy has been kind of pushing you, almost like a side effect. It doesn't feel like this person has necessarily been supporting you to do something, but just their personality in some sort of way here is affecting you, and that your reaction to it is self-development, right? So, I mean, that's really the best way to react to any sort of pressure. How we go about that can happen in many different ways. Now, also, you may be taking on this, like sort of leveling up for yourself here, is to become more of this King of Pentacles energy, to be the one that has more influence on your life, and even like wanting to share that on some level here. What have you been healing is the Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting that that would come out with this. So the Wheel of Fortune tells me like some sort of circumstantial change, some sort of change in fortune or situation. So maybe you found yourself in Nine of Pentacles, which is sort of like the single card. So that is the energy of, oh, and the balancing this with the King of Pentacles. This could have something to do with a partner. Could be a business partner, or like a relationship here. There could have been a change here for you. So what you've been healing is this change. What you've been working on is this change. There's been a change in your life, and that's what you've been healing and working on. And a lot of that has been driven by self-development. So what is starting to blossom? This is intriguing. The Seven of Pentacles and the Devil. Wow, now that's making me feel like, it's a very sexy devil card. Very sexy. But I'm not really getting that with the other cards that are here. Yeah, because everything is looking back. All of these crows are looking this way. So everything about your past is what you've been dealing with currently, which can make you feel kind of stuck. Because like, well, I'd like to start dealing with the future, Cindy. That would be great if I could get my, remember, where you are right now is not necessarily a reflection of where you're going to be. It's most often a reflection of where you've been. Particularly if you're going through some sort of a large transition in life, because that large transition doesn't happen like that. And that's what you've been dealing with here. And so this could even be with the Seven of Pentacles and the Devil. It could be coming out, like finally finding your way to work through some sort of contract that you've been beholden to, or some sort of toxic energy that had you. Yeah. So you're working out of it. And look at this. So in the future, Isn't that great? The Hermit, and you got the Three of Cups, like really coming out of self-reflection, removing your, it's almost as if now finally the energy that you will be in will be a much closer reflection to your future as opposed to your past. So what will be healed? The Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. This is having to need to keep things really steady here. So there could have been some sort of, well, there was some sort of change here in your fortune or your circumstances, and having to get your balance, get your stability, make sure that things are looked after. Don't do anything foolish or rash. Let's take it one step at a time, one day at a time. If it feels like things aren't going the way you kind of like it to go, let's just sit back. Let's self-reflect. But this is the past. Well, it could be present for you because this is the future that we're looking at. So think of this as future you seeing this. So this is taking it with the Page of Pentacles step by step, really carefully, really slowly, methodically. Not making any missteps here or being silly. Oh gosh, yeah. So what will be ready to harvest? Look at the change in this, right? You had the Knight of Wands, and what's clarifying it is the Ten of Wands. Do you see how in this card this person is carrying the burden? And in this card, oh, I love it because if you thought of this like a man on a horse, Sagittarius, there you are. Like you're going into your proper energy as opposed to feeling like you are carrying the burden. You are the beast of burden. No, you command the beast within you too, which is part of the Sagittarius exploration of a life of a Sagittarian. It's taking command of the beast within you and using that to drive you forward as opposed to carrying that burden. Wow. Oh, that's so awesome. That's it. Cool. That was, just feels like it went really quick. So good news, Sag. All that work that you have done on self, all of the stability, all of the patience that you've shown, the perseverance, it is paying off for you in the future, at least in a sense of you're going to be in your energy. You're going to be ready to go forward. There's tons of wands. Just in terms of movement forward, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, you've got the Eight of Wands, the energy hovering in the background. So really being on fire and ready to move forward. I like that for you. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to do, well, it's been a while since I've done one of these extended. So I'm just looking at, oh yeah, I look at the energy in the in-between. So that's what I'm going to do. Personal challenges, distractions to be aware of, and areas to focus on. All right. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.